Hi, this is a Virgo reading. Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. I'm getting kind of a little bit of a roller coaster of emotions of a week for you here. But you're going to outdo yourself with something this week. You are kind of brokenhearted here. I feel like there's someone who's being a little bit stubborn about maybe leaving a situation where they were not being made the priority and they were not being necessarily honored. Fresh candles, by the way. They're bright pink, but we got gingerbread in one, pumpkin chai in the other. Something about Thanksgiving season. You're either going to make that final decision, or that's the time where you have this big moment in your life and in your career where you outshine everybody around you and everybody's expectations are completely blown out of the water with how amazing you are. It's like if you are an actor in a play. But you are the co-star of someone who's super big, super famous. I'm getting Dreamgirls vibes. This is big Dreamgirls vibes. Reading, if you haven't seen Dreamgirls, please go see Dreamgirls. It's so good. Hold on, let me pull some more cards here. What's this Dreamgirl situation? So, it's like if you were Effie in the situation. I saw that movie in the theater, by the way, when it came out. I can't remember when it was, but that part where Jennifer Hudson sings that song, you know. And I'm telling you, I'm not living without you. You know, that part. And you're gonna love me, yeah. You know, and that's the only time, I think that's the only time I've ever seen a standing ovation in a theater in the middle of a movie before. I saw that movie in, I think, Arizona in the desert or something, and after Miss Jennifer Hudson sings that song, like, the whole theater stood up and clapped. It was so fucking epic. Like, you don't remember who else is in that movie. Like, I'm like, it was Beyonce, right? Was it? Please, don't hurt me if it wasn't. It was, right? Okay. Well, my point is, you don't remember anyone else but her. Really. But the character is going through this heartbreaking moment where the love of her life is choosing the Beyonce character, or the more beautiful, the one that looks more like a model. I'm sorry to say, but maybe more light-skinned. That's just for someone who looks really beautiful in a gown but doesn't have a lot of substance. I'm not talking about Beyonce. Please don't come for me. And I'm not necessarily coming from Miss Diana Ross either, because I know that this was sort of based on the Supremes. And you don't have to be a rocket scientist to listen to the Supremes and know that Diana Ross was not, like, the best singer of the bunch. But she was certainly gorgeous and charismatic, and what a performer. Nobody can do what Diana Ross does, period. You know, like, nobody can do what Beyonce does. But they need a whole fucking team to put on that show. Whoever you are, you can come out in a t-shirt and jeans with your guitar or whatever by yourself, hook up your PA, do what you do, and blow everybody else out of the water. As a metaphor. Like, if you are the actor and people are coming to your show, it's like, okay, so they might not be coming to see you. You know, like, I guarantee you anyone that went to see Dreamgirls that day did not go there for Jennifer Hudson, because we didn't know who she was yet. But everyone that walked out of that theater was there for Jennifer Hudson, let me tell you that. And oh my God, what an incredible high bar that was already set for that part, you know? So there's a double-edged sword here. You're asking to kind of put aside the hopeless romantic in you that is holding on to something that, it just, to put it bluntly, has lost passion for you or lost its lust for you. And as a metaphor, that could be a romantic partner. That could be a job. It's like you're not feeling respected. You're not getting that raise. Everything's staying the same, even though your performance is getting better and better. People start treating you worse and worse. That's a clue. That's a clue. You have to break free. You have to break free. You have to let go. It's like you see this connection to this person as this golden cord that you thought was going to be unbreakable at one time. And it's not a cord anymore. It's not a golden cord. It is, in fact, I'm seeing like a ball and chain. It's weighing you down. This connection. I don't want to say that you are being stubborn. I just think that when you have a dream, you really hold on to it. You have an eagle eye focus and you consider all sides. And for whoever you are, you consider how every decision you make affects everybody else. So whoever you are, how do I put this? I don't want to say like an ascended master, but spiritually, you are an old soul, and anything that you're doing, you're already self-aware of, at least subconsciously. So at least subconsciously, you know that if someone's cheating on you, they don't deserve you. You know if someone's lying to you, they don't deserve you. You know if someone's hanging on to you because of your talent, your gifts, your warmth, and your abundance, although they act like they couldn't care less about you. And it's caused you to have to be more defensive than you would like to be. If this was upright, it would be Virgo in their true hermit power, where it's not alienation, it's taking themselves away from a situation to work on their inner workings, to really understand themselves. They do the hard thing of looking in the mirror, you know. They are the change they want to see in the world. So when this is reverse, it's telling me that you're not learning anything from this situation. It's just causing you to have to prick up your hairs like a Halloween cat. And that is expending energy that could actually be better used here in this creative endeavor or magnificent performance where you channel all of this pain and this heartbreak and the yearning and the broken dreams, and you let them shatter. And from that energy, you transmute it into this incredible performance or unleashing of creativity where no one's ready. Like you are not even ready. And this actually propels you forward. There's fame here. There's fame here. There's a public recognition that is on the next level. Even if you've had public recognition before here, this is altogether new heights. This shows you that a level that you thought you would reach would be it. That would be the successful completion of this goal and this dream and this cycle. But this actually just shows you that the sky is the limit. Once you do that, but it's like, how do I do that when I'm in this much pain? It's easy to say. It's not so easy to do. So let me pull some cards on that so I can be specific, okay? Another thing you're going to have to let go of here is thinking that you have to know for sure what's going to happen before you move forward with something. That about you is going to change, and you become wilder, more confident. It's a point in your life where you let go the care you have for other people's feelings. When it comes to how you express yourself, your art, you not playing second fiddle to anyone, whether they like it or not. You know, let's say you're in a group and you're not the main singer or something. Like I was saying with the Diana Ross, that doesn't mean that they are not talented. It doesn't mean that they don't deserve love and accolades. But if this is the person that is competitive with you, and it's also the person that has been involved in a love triangle with the love of your life, this is definitely your message. Okay, so it's hard, but it's triumphant. It's triumphant in the end here. Hold on. What to do for sure when it comes to this connection. Oh. You are going to have to make a head over heart decision. It's not fun anymore. It's not exciting anymore. If there was any lust for the situation, it's completely gone. What is that song? Everything that keeps it together is falling apart. I got this thing that I consider my only art of fucking people over. Modest Mouse. Whoever you were with, they know that about themselves. They're holding on to you because you're amazing, but they also know they don't deserve you. And the second you leave that is when this incredible release comes. Performance. Next level. Channeling of all the pain. And the suffering. And the disappointment. Into something greater than you. It's a co-creation with the universe, and that's what this is all about, this whole life thing. So you're going to feel crushed, but know that that pressure is building your muscles. And it's not squashing you to the ground. It's just like, think of yourself as like a little bendy spring. Okay, you're a spring right now. And you're being squashed by the gravity of this heartbreak, this suffering, and this betrayal. And the idea that those that you thought were your friends, who seemed to want to be lifting you up, may have been lying to you or suppressing you or competing with you in more ways than you even had any idea. But remember, you're spring. You're not rusty. You're fresh. You're agile. Okay, and once that pressure hits a critical mass, all you do is bounce back up to the sky. They won't even see you bounce up. All they'll see is you shining bright in the sky and doing something that no one else can do. And if this is a play, they're not going to remember this person. And when award season comes up, it's like you have to accept that you're the star now, that you are the star of your own world. You are the main character, when maybe you didn't see yourself that way before. It's out of your hands, this. Your talent, your hard work, and your resilience is the oil that keeps this fresh, that keeps this agile. So this is quick. And if it's not something you do, it's a conclusion or news or information that frees you, that helps you shake off this weariness so you can really move on. And if you need to run away, you run away. If you need to be the lone wolf here, because you just need to get your game face on. It's less about thinking what he's doing, what she's doing, what they're doing, what they want, what they expect. Get rid of that and just focus. Just get your game face on. But this is absolutely being critical. It's paying attention to the red flags if you haven't seen them already. Like that song, Bonnie Raitt, they laugh just a little too long or something. They laugh just a little too loud. They stare just a little too long. What is it? Something like that. So it's asking you with that song, I'm Not Living Without You, you know, of course she was better off without him in that story. Because what he wanted was the trophy wife, was the recognition, was the Grammys that was definitely going to come with that performer. You know, it took like a team, you know, of 60 people, you know, to, I'm sorry, but make that Beyonce album or whatever. And you're going to do it yourself. And not just get recognized, but become like a cult classic or something that goes on after you've gone on, is what I'm getting. And not just that, there will be this momentum, and then there will be like an award season where you are nominated and this other person is not. So just know that if there was a friendship, it was going to end at that moment no matter what. This friendship was never going to last. This love partnership was never going to last, because if you would have stayed with, you know, Mr. I'm Not Living Without You, at that moment where you surpass him in what he thinks is his controlled situation. He made you. It's all him. Like, that's how this person thinks. You really need to get away from them anyway and be a lone wolf here. Go lone wolf style, because that person would have left you then. When you got nominated and everything was the most incredible and you were feeling happy and you were feeling recognized, he would have left you then. Because he would have been intimidated. So the sky's the limits without this person in your life. And the sky's the limits without accepting this Beyonce character as the main character in this scenario in your life. No, ma'am. They're going to walk out of the theater remembering you and having to like Google who else was the main star, because you so much outshiny them. I don't know. All I know is you're about to take what you do to the next level, and you've done all the hard work already as far as being dedicated and suffering. I feel like, you know, you've been the starving artist for long enough. Is this the other character going to be a problem here? This Beyonce character who's used to getting all the... no. No. Okay. So, if you're in a group and the main singer has been acting some type of way like they don't want you in the group anymore, it's because they don't. It's because they know that you're more talented. It's because they know you are the better singer. You have the range. That's what I'm saying. Even if this is not singing, even if this is teaching school, or if this is, you're in the fucking Navy, I don't know. They know you're more talented, you're more dedicated, and you're stronger. That's why they want you out. So they're going to make you feel like you're not as talented, or that you're ugly, or that you're not beautiful. Or they're going to start making little slick comments. They're going to start making little slick comments either about your outfit, your performance, or your man. Well, it's not your man anymore. In fact, I don't think it ever was. I think this is this kind of guy. Like, they can have each other. Is it going to work out for those two together? Oh. Well, no. It's going to be a long, drawn-out process. I think these two have hooked up because they've decided to go the left-hand path route with their life, their creativity, or, once you surpass certain viewership, like if you're on YouTube even and you're a content creator, you surpass this amount of, you're going to get, these guys, these shadowy men in shadowy cars wearing shadowy suits with shadowy contracts. And yeah, it might work like on the surface level, but only for a few years. They might lend you some money and some clothes, but they best believe they're going to take that back. When you do it yourself, when you're an independent artist. Or, like, if you are a teacher, you might want to switch from, like, public school to a Montessori school. Or maybe from a Montessori school to a public school. Where it's not so high and mighty, because if you see some, like, occult imagery popping up and these two suddenly hanging out and giving each other these weird little side glances, yeah, they're their own worst enemies. They're their own worst enemies. They're in it for the money. They're in it for the fame. They're not in it, for the glory of God, is how maybe some of you see it. You've been given this talent and you want to meet your higher power halfway. You want to do the right thing. You would love to empower everyone around you. As a Virgo, one of my favorite things about you all, you would love to see everyone empowered. But whoever you're working with is working against you, okay? And you're not going to be like, oh man, I'm so sad about that. No, you're going to unleash the beast, the wild animal that is in you, okay? Let it go. Let it go. Let it flow. Trying to hold on to a river gets you nowhere. You'll end up drowned. And if you're like, okay, this is already done and that's already over, with the river in reverse and Scorpion there in reverse, it's forgiving them as well. It's forgiving them. It's not just letting it go. Don't suppress your emotions, but say out loud, at least as a baby step, I forgive you and I release you. It could be that this is all said and done and you're already at that level where you've said goodbye and you've brushed the dirt off your shoulders, proverbially or literally, and you're about to be the next winner of whatever it is you're a part of. Or you will get this scholarship, you will get this public recognition, you will get that nomination. And that will propel you forward in different avenues that you never saw yourself going down artistically, or as far as teaching, or being a warrior in whatever way you are. But you can't please everyone, and you certainly can't please everyone in this group, troop, fraternity, church, or sorority who seem to be kind of chipping away at your self-esteem. And what you need to remind yourself is that you are the one that matters. You are the main character. This is about self-love, and self-love for you is allowing yourself to be that superstar that you know you are, but that they know you are. But they feel like you can't be bought or sold. You won't sell out. And that's an issue for those who want to take that left-hand path for fame, success, and recognition. So understand that at the very base of this attack, there's jealousy. At the very base of this, it's your beauty, your talent is something that they can't surpass. So what they're doing is letting their ego, and you've got the angel on one shoulder, the devil on the other. These two have been listening to the little devils on their shoulders for quite some time now, and it isn't going to end because you ask them to stop. You're so above all of this. If I could say one thing to you, and I'm not trying to appeal to any sort of egotistical nature in you, because I feel like any of that's been kind of demolished this last year with whatever this betrayal was. You're so above this. This is so beneath you. And that second that you really truly step away from it, if you haven't physically do that, if you have physically forgive, it'll be a weight off your shoulders. Forgive yourself for expecting you to be the one that can make everything perfect for everyone else. You did the best you could. Now it's time to realize that if you're feeling defensive, you're unable to flow and create. And it's going to be like a dam bursting, this performance or this creation. So let it be lone wolf style. It doesn't mean that this other person is not talented. They are. It's just it's apples and oranges. It's apples and oranges. Who to trust, who not to trust. Well, if you have family members that you can trust, an auntie, a grandma, a mother, but you might have like kind of a relationship where they didn't like that person. And it's almost like you might have to swallow your pride to kind of go back to your mom or your dad and say, okay, you were right about that person. You were right. They're not going to do the I told you so. They're just going to embrace you and love you and nurture you. So where your roots come from, if you don't have a great relationship with your family, it's really a time to take a moment out before you let the dam burst here. If the dam hasn't burst yet, and it's just the pressure. Before you skyrocket to fame and fortune, take a vacation. Explore your roots. And if you're not sure, find out as much as you can. And if you can't find out that much, you pay attention to your dreams. You ask your ancestors to guide you. And you take a pilgrimage almost. It's like a pilgrimage. And the land itself will embrace you and comfort you and help rejuvenate you so that you can set out on your own, okay, for solo project, solo show, one-man show, one-woman show. But this is a permanence when it comes to your level or affluence or tax bracket. So if this is a moment of unnerving quiet or silence, embrace that, because it will be a whirlwind after this performance comes out, or whatever it is that you are about to do. Let yourself cry. Let yourself be in pain. Forgive yourself. Forgive them. But don't keep trying to hold something together when you've lost the passion. It's lost the passion for you, even if that's really, really hard to face. If anyone can do it, you can. You can. Who not to trust? who has already stabbed you in the back. We have strength here. So it could be someone that you felt gave you strength before. Or like that song, You Lift Me Up. Page of Pentacles. That would be in reverse. So if you know their astrology, it's going to be someone younger who is a Virgo, Capricorn, or a Taurus. If that's not their sign as an archetype, they would be someone who is just never there for you, completely inactive when it comes time to give you feedback, or when you've done something really beautiful and you know it, they're like, meh. I have someone like that in my life. I made this really beautiful, incredible, like, next level candle. It was so cool. It was like a piece of art, and they were like, meh. And I'm like, okay, you're being a hater. Something like that. Remove any part of yourself that feels like you need feedback. Period. You don't. You don't. So they're really lazy, this person. If you're like, wait, what are they like? They're really bored with everything. They're really unreliable. They're really lazy. They're never there for you when it's time to say good job. How about that? Today, tomorrow, next week. Yeah, focus on your joy. If you need to make a new list for all your dreams are coming true. This is how I see this. All your dreams are coming true. So get ready to be making a mental list in your head of all new wishes and dreams, okay? Tomorrow is going to be a little rough emotionally. There's going to be a tug of war in your mind with holding on. But I think it's holding on to what you're used to. I think it's more of a habit-breaking situation. So if you look at it that way, just a minor adjustment. No problem. Okay, no problem. You can do it. But it will be a little bit of a back and forth in your mind. So just expect that and decide right now that no matter what, you're going to make that head over heart decision. Your heart might not be ready to go, but your mind already knows. You're going to judge Judy this tomorrow, even if it's difficult. And by next week, you're going to be feeling balanced again. The success is coming immediately. Like you're skipping over the Three of Wands and going immediately to the Four of Wands. The celebration, the excitement, this incredible freedom. So it will be coming fast. Allow yourself rest and preparation, but not guilt, not shame, not anyone living rent-free in your head, not Beyonce and, the one you thought was your forever love. Let it go. Because you can't even imagine how wonderful, beautiful, exciting this new life will be. So let it go. Let it flow. If you feel something coming, know it is all good. The worst is over. If there was a cheating situation, oh well. Like literally, I know it. That is so callous to say, and it hurts like nothing else. But I feel like this person has caused you so much pain that that final blow isn't even going to affect you. You're going to be like, oh my God, whatever. Of course you would do that. Of course you would say that. And it's all coming from a place of realizing that you're surpassing everyone's expectations, including theirs. Someone was trying to control you, but you can't be controlled. Be wild. Don't be civilized. Leave civilization to the boring, uncreative, unremarkable ones who are trying to squash you down so they can feel big. Don't let your mind run circles around that. It's literally that basic, okay? Bottom line here. Ooh, I love it. I live. Oh my God, okay. Wow. A star is born. You're going to be a star. You're going to be recognized. All your dreams are coming true, and you're going to be able to come up with a whole new list of next level wishes and dreams and knock that out of the park too. But there's something here that solidifies your position in the business, in the art world, in society, that can never be taken away from you again. It's like you will always be known as this thing. It's like the king of pop, the queen of dance, the something. And people are going to kind of forget about whoever you think is the main character in this world right now. From now on, it's you. So get ready to love yourself as much as the rest of the world is about to. And those that, are dogging around, you play with the dogs, you get fleas. They got fleas. Keep your distance. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Virgo. You got this. I can't wait to see what you do. Bye-bye.